गिरीशनन्दन शरणं गणेश सुरेश पूजित शरणं गणेश गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेश गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेश गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेश गणेश शरणं शरणं वीर शरणं गणेश गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेश गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेश गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेश गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेश.
गं गणपतये नमो नमः 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 गं
അംബ പരമേശ്വരി അഖിലാണ്ടേശ്വരി ആദിപരാശക്തി പാലയമാ. അംബ പരമേശ്വരി അഖിലാണ്ടേശ്വരി ആദിപരാശക്തി പാലയമാ. അംബ പരമേശ്വരി അഖിലാണ്ടേശ്വരി ആദിപരാശക്തി പാലയമാ. അംബ പരമേശ്വരി അഖിലാണ്ടേശ്വരി രാജരാജേശ്വരി പാലയമാ. അംബ പരമേശ്വരി അഖിലാണ്ടേശ്വരി ചാമുണ്ടേശ്വരി പാലയമാ. അംബ പരമേശ്വരി അഖിലാണ്ടേശ്വരി ദേവി കല്യാണി പാലയമാ. വീണപണി ദേവി മോഹവിനാശിൻ ആദിപരാശക്തി പാലയമാ. അംബ പരമേശ്വരി അഖിലാണ്ടേശ്വരി രാജരാജേശ്വരി പാലയമാ. ചിത്സ്വരൂപേ ദേവി ഭാഗി മനോഹരി ചാമുണ്ടേശ്വരി പാലയമാ. ചാമുണ്ടേശ്വരി പാലയമാ. ചാമുണ്ടേശ്വരി പാലയമാ. അംബ പരമേശ്വരി അഖിലാണ്ടേശ്വരി ആദിപരാശക്തി പാലയമാ. അംബ പരമേശ്വരി അഖിലാണ്ടേശ്വരി രാജരാജേശ്വരി പാലയമാ. അംബ പരമേശ്വരി അഖിലാണ്ടേശ്വരി ചാമുണ്ടേശ്വരി പാലയമാ. അംബ പരമേശ്വരി അഖിലാണ്ടേശ്വരി ദേവി കല്യാണി പാലയമാ. വീണപണി ദേവി മോഹവിനാശി ആദിപരാശക്തി പാലയമാ. അംബ പരമേശ്വരി അഖിലാണ്ടേശ്വരി രാജരാജേശ്വരി പാലയമാ. ചിത്സ്വരൂപേ ദേവി പാഹി മനോഹരി ചാമുണ്ടേശ്വരി പാലയമാ. ചാമുണ്ടേശ്വരി പാലയമാ. ചാമുണ്ടേശ്വരി പാലയമാ.
കാളി മഹേശ്വരി പാർവതി ശങ്കരി ശരണം 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 മാ. 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 ദുർഗതിനാശിനി ദുർഗാ ജയ് ജയ്. ദുർഗതിനാശിനി ദുർഗാ
ദക്ഷിണാമൂർത്തയേ നമഃ. ധ്യാനമൂലം ഗുരോർമൂർത്തി, പൂജാമൂല ഗുരോർപാദം, മന്ത്രമൂല ഗുരോർവാക്യം, മോക്ഷമൂല ഗുരോർകൃപാ. വന്ദേ വന്ദേഹം ഗുരുവേ വന്ദേഹം, വന്ദേ വന്ദേഹം സദ്ഗുരുവേ വന്ദേഹം, വന്ദേ വന്ദേഹം ഗുരുവേ വന്ദേഹം, വന്ദേ വന്ദേഹം സദ്ഗുരുവേ വന്ദേഹം. സാമഗാന പ്രിയനേ നർത്തന സുന്ദരനേ, സാമഗാന പ്രിയനേ നർത്തന സുന്ദരനേ, ത്രിമൂർത്തി സംഭവനേ ശ്രീഹരിനന്ദനനേ, ത്രിമൂർത്തി സംഭവനേ ശ്രീഹരിനന്ദനനേ. വന്ദേ വന്ദേഹം ഗുരുവേ വന്ദേഹം, വന്ദേ വന്ദേഹം സദ്ഗുരുവേ വന്ദേഹം, വന്ദേ വന്ദേഹം ഗുരുവേ വന്ദേഹം, വന്ദേ വന്ദേഹം സദ്ഗുരുവേ വന്ദേഹം. കാശിപുരീശ്വര കൈലാസവാസനേ, കാശിപുരീശ്വര കൈലാസവാസനേ, ത്രിദംബരേശ്വരനേ സദ്ഗുരു ശങ്കരനേ, ചിദംബരേശ്വരനേ സദ്ഗുരു ശങ്കരനേ. വന്ദേ വന്ദേഹം ഗുരുവേ വന്ദേഹം, വന്ദേ വന്ദേഹം സദ്ഗുരുവേ വന്ദേഹം, വന്ദേ വന്ദേഹം ഗുരുവേ വന്ദേഹം, വന്ദേ വന്ദേഹം സദ്ഗുരുവേ വന്ദേഹം. ഓ ശംഭോ ശിവ ശംഭോ സ്വയംഭോ, ഓ ശംഭോ ശിവ ശംഭോ സ്വയംഭോ, താണ്ഡവ 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 ശിവ താണ്ഡവ 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 ശിവ താണ്ഡവ 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 താണ്ഡവ. ആ ആ
ഹരിസുന്ദര നന്ദ മുകുന്ദ ഹരിനാരായണ ഹരിയോ, 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 ഹരി കേശവ ഹരി ഗോവിന്ദ ഹരിനാരായണ ഹരിയോ,
നീലമേഘശ്യാമാരാധേ ഗോപാല നിത്യാനന്ദമൂർത്തേ രാധേ ഗോപാല നീലമേഘശ്യാമാരാധേ ഗോപാല നിത്യാനന്ദമൂർത്തേ രാധേ ഗോപാല ശംഖുചക്രഗദാധാരി രാധേ ഗോപാല നിത്യാനന്ദമൂർത്തേ രാധേ ഗോപാല നന്ദകുമാര നവനിത ചോര രാധേ ഗോപാല നിത്യാനന്ദമൂർത്തേ രാധേ ഗോപാല രാധേ രാധേ ഗോപാല നന്ദകുമാര ഗോപാല നവനിത ചോര ഗോപാല ഹേ രാധേ രാധേ ഗോപാല ഹേ രാധേ ഗോപാല നീലമേഘശ്യാമാരാധേ ഗോപാല നിത്യാനന്ദമൂർത്തേ രാധേ ഗോപാല രാധേ രാധേ ഗോപാല രാധേ രാധേ ഗോപാല രാധേ രാധേ ഗോപാല നീലമേഘശ്യാമാരാധേ ഗോപാല നിത്യാനന്ദമൂർത്തേ രാധേ ഗോപാല ശംഖുചക്രഗദാധാരി രാധേ ഗോപാല നിത്യാനന്ദമൂർത്തേ രാധേ ഗോപാല നന്ദകുമാര നവനിത ചോര രാധേ ഗോപാല നിത്യാനന്ദമൂർത്തേ രാധേ ഗോപാല രാധേ രാധേ ഗോപാല നന്ദകുമാര ഗോപാല നവനിത ചോര ഗോപാല ഹേ രാധേ രാധേ ഗോപാല ഹേ രാധേ ഗോപാല നീലമേഘശ്യാമാരാധേ ഗോപാല നിത്യാനന്ദമൂർത്തേ രാധേ ഗോപാല രാധേ രാധേ ഗോപാല രാധേ രാധേ ഗോപാല രാധേ രാധേ ഗോപാല
വിഷ്ണുമായയിൽ പിറന്ന വിശ്വരക്ഷക വില്വപത്ര സദൃശ നയന ശരണമേഘണേ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ ശരണമയ്യപ്പ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ വിഷ്ണുമായയിൽ പിറന്ന വിശ്വരക്ഷക വില്വപത്ര സദൃശ നയന ശരണമേഘണേ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ ശരണമയ്യപ്പ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ ശബരിശൈല ഹൃദി നിവാസ ശങ്കരാത്മജ ശാപമോക്ഷദായകനേ ശരണമേഘണേ ശബരിശൈല ഹൃദി നിവാസ ശങ്കരാത്മജ ശാപമോക്ഷദായകനേ ശരണമേഘണേ ശാപമോക്ഷദായകനേ ശരണമേഘണേ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ ശരണമയ്യപ്പ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ വിഷ്ണുമായയിൽ പിറന്ന വിശ്വരക്ഷക വില്ലഭദ്ര സദൃശ നയന ശരണമേഘണേ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ ശരണമയ്യപ്പ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ വ്രതവിശുദ്ധനായ നിന്റെ ജ്യോതി കാണുവാൻ ഇരുമുടിയും ശരവുമേന്തി ഞങ്ങൾ വരുമ്പോൾ വ്രതവിശുദ്ധനായ നിന്റെ ജ്യോതി കാണുവാൻ ഇരുമുടിയും ശരവുമേന്തി ഞങ്ങൾ വരുമ്പോൾ ഇരുമുടിയും ശരവുമേന്തി ഞങ്ങൾ വരുമ്പോൾ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ ശരണമയ്യപ്പ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ വിഷ്ണുമായയിൽ പിറന്ന വിശ്വരക്ഷക വില്ലഭദ്ര സദൃശ നയന ശരണമേഘണേ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ ശരണമയ്യപ്പ സ്വാമി ശരണമയ്യപ്പ അഭയവരദനായ നിന്റെ തിരുനട തന്നിൽ അഗതികളായ ആശ്രിത சரணமையப்பா சரணமையப்பா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா.
காச்சின பால் தரே கல்கண்ட சீனி தரே காச்சின பால் தரே கல்கண்ட சீனி தரே கை நிறைய வெண்ணெய் தரே வெயில நீரை போக வேண்டாம் மாடு மேய்க்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னேன் மாடு மேய்க்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னேன் காச்சின பாலும் வேண்டாம் கல்கண்ட சீனி வேண்டாம் காச்சின பாலும் வேண்டாம் கல்கண்ட சீனி வேண்டாம் உல்லாசமாய் மாடு மேய்த்து ஒரு நொடியில் திரும்பிடுவேன் போக வேணும் தாயே தடை சொல்லாத நீயே போக வேணும் தாயே தடை சொல்லாத நீயே யமுனா நதிக்கரையில் எப்பொழுதும் கழுவர் பயம் யமுனா நதிக்கரையில் எப்பொழுதும் கழுவர் பயம் கழுவர் வந்து உனை எடுத்தால் கலந்திடுவாய் கண்மணியே மாடு மேய்க்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னேன் மாடு மேய்க்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னேன் கழுவர் தூர் கழுவருண்டோ கண்டதுண்டோ சொல்லும் அம்மா கழுவர் தூர் கழுவருண்டோ கண்டதுண்டோ சொல்லும் அம்மா கழுவதன் அடித்தால் கண்ட துண்டமாக்கிடுவேன் போக வேணும் தாயே தடை சொல்லாத நீயே போக வேணும் தாயே தடை சொல்லாத நீயே கோவர்த்தனகிரியில் கோரவன மிருகங்களுண்டு கோவர்த்தனகிரியில் கோரவன மிருகங்களுண்டு சிங்கம் புலி கரடி வந்தால் கலங்கிடுவாய் கண்மணியே மாடு மேய்க்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னே மாடு மேய்க்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னே காட்டில் மிருகங்கள் எல்லாம் என்னை கண்டால் ஓடி வரும் காட்டில் மிருகங்கள் எல்லாம் என்னை கண்டால் ஓடி வரும் கூட்டமாக ஓடி வந்தால் வேட்டையாடி வெற்றிடுவேன் போக வேணும் தாயே தடை சொல்லாத நீயே போக வேணும் தாயே தடை சொல்லாத நீயே மாடு மேய்க்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னே மாடு மேய்க்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னே. வேல் முருகா ஹரோஹர வேலாயுத ஹரோஹர சுவாமிநாத ஹரோஹர வள்ளிநாத ஹரோஹர 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 குங்கும காவடியாடு கற்பூர காவடியாடு குங்கும காவடியாடு கற்பூர காவடியாடு குங்கும காவடியாடு கற்பூர காவடியாடு குங்கும காவடியாடு கற்பூர காவடியாடு கற்பூர காவடியாடு பீலி காவடியாடு கற்பூர காவடியாடு பீலி காவடியாடு கற்பூர காவடியாடு பீலி காவடியாடு கற்பூர காவடியாடு பீலி காவடியாடு கற்பூர காவடி பீலி காவடி களப 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 காவடியாடு வேல் முருகா வேலாயுதா സ്വാമിനാഥ
ഹരോഹര
വള്ളിനാഥ
ഹരോഹര
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 ഹരോഹര ഹരോഹര ഹരോഹര ഹരോഹര ഹരോഹര ഹരോഹര ഹരോഹര ഹരോഹര ചന്ദന കാവടിയാട് ഭസ്മ കാവടിയാട് ചന്ദന കാവടിയാട് ഭസ്മ കാവടിയാട് ചന്ദന കാവടിയാട് ഭസ്മ കാവടിയാട് ചന്ദന കാവടിയാട് ഭസ്മ കാവടിയാട് ചന്ദന കാവടി ഭസ്മ കാവടി പാൽ കാവടിയാട് ചന്ദന കാവടി ഭസ്മ കാവടി പാൽ കാവടിയാട് വേൽ മുരുക ഹരോഹര വേലായുധ ഹരോഹര സ്വാമിനാഥ ഹരോഹര വള്ളിനാഥ ഹരോഹര 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 കുങ്കുമ കാവടിയാട് കർപ്പൂര കാവടിയാട് കുങ്കുമ കാവടിയാട് കർപ്പൂര കാവടിയാട് കർപ്പൂര കാവടിയാട് പീലി കാവടിയാട് കർപ്പൂര കാവടിയാട് പീലി കാവടിയാട് കർപ്പൂര കാവടി പീലി കാവടി കളഭ കാവടിയാട് കർപ്പൂര കാവടി പീലി കാവടി കളഭ കാവടിയാട് അഗ്നി കാവടിയാട് പാൽ കാവടിയാട് അഗ്നി കാവടിയാട് പാൽ കാവടിയാട് അഗ്നി കാവടി പാൽ കാവടി കളഭ കാവടിയാട് അഗ്നി കാവടി പാൽ കാവടി കളഭ കാവടിയാട് വേൽ മുരുക വേലായുധ സ്വാമിനാഥ വള്ളിനാഥ ഹരോഹര 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 ഹരോഹര
Swamiji has arrived. Let's fill this auditorium with the devotional bhajans and chanting of 15th chapter and Panchamrita of Holy Bhagavad Gita.
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः पुरुषोत्तमयोगः श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमधशाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखाः गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणी निर्माणमोहाः जितसङ्गदोषाः अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसञ्जैः गच्छन्त्यमूढा पदमव्ययं तत् न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः षष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात् श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलम् यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम् गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधी सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृति ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम् द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः यस्मात्क्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः यो मामेवमसम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघ एतद्बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः
With hearts filled with gratitude and reverence, we gather today for the second day of this spiritually enriching series on Gita Panchamrit, the essence of the sacred Bhagavad Gita. We will today proceed to the enlightening discourse on the third, fourth, and fifth stanzas of the Gita Panchamrit.
On this occasion, we thank the staff and students of Chinmaya Vidyalaya Payyanur and Chinmaya Vidyalaya Taliparamba joining us on this signature event and creating an atmosphere of spiritual learning by the soulful rendering of devotional bhajans and chanting. We now arrive at the most awaited segment of today's program, the continuation of Swamiji's enlightening discourse on Gita Panchamrit, the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Swamiji will be escorted to the stage. And today, the second day of the discourses. Yesterday, Swamiji beautifully unfolded the profound teachings of the Gita, guiding us to reflect on its timeless relevance in our daily lives. His words encouraged us to introspect, to strengthen our values, and to align our actions with Dharma. And today, we are blessed to once again sit at his feet and continue this sacred journey of understanding. May this session deepen our insights, clarify our doubts, and inspire us to translate knowledge into right living. With folded hands and reverence, we humbly welcome Swamiji for the second day of the discourse on Gita Panchamrit. Meanwhile, on this occasion, may we request all the teachers, and the delegates to have a look at a wide range of books for your toddlers, teenagers, and for the publications. Yesterday, during the discourse, Swamiji has announced a surprise for every one of us. May I request Swamiji to reveal the surprise now. Swamiji, over to you.
Are you ready for the surprise? As all of you know, Puja Gurudev, as Shri Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, that yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. And dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Puja Gurudev came at that time where our educated masses, even like today, were going away from their rich cultural heritage, our precious knowledge systems, losing pride in our country, in our traditions, and in our value systems. And therefore, he took it as his life's mission with such a grand vision that he spread the knowledge of Vedanta, our rich cultural heritage, in the language that those who are going to be the movers and shakers, those who are going to be ruling the country, in the language of the educated people, and that would be also, fortunately or unfortunately, the language most popular in our country, and that is the English language, which we are more familiar than our own languages, especially today. And what was the vision of Puja Gurudev? That if we did not bring this knowledge in English, we would lose out. People would not be able to understand the great heritage, our scriptures. So he brought it to the masses in English language. Yet, in the 75th year of Chinmaya mission, where we want the whole nation to know about this great visionary saint of Bharat, our Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda, and benefit from his style of teaching, the ancient knowledge, and you will see how relevant and contemporary he is even now. This being the 75th year of Chinmaya mission, we are celebrating it as Amrita Mahotsav. And wonderful projects, events, not only to reach out and benefit the people, such as the Hanuman Chalisa Havan, mass Gita chanting, large Gyan Yagyas, but for over a period of time, even the Gita Panchamrit reaching out to everybody. And who else would be so inspiring like our Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda himself? Today, with the technology that is there, we can bring Puja Gurudev right in front of us with his knowledge, his words, reaching out to the generations that come And we wanted that Gurudev would be available even to our villagers, small towns, to people who speak different languages. So, are you ready? Let's see some enthusiasm. You are going to see the new avatar of Puja Gurudev. Avatar, I don't mean like suddenly he's going to descend as Krishna. And as it goes on, pay attention and see how he suddenly creates this wonder, this awe, and reaches straight in your heart. The land from which he hailed, see what Gurudev has done.
To be born in this land and not know the words of the Gita is like inheriting a palace and living in the cowshed. The Bhagavad Gita is not a book to be kept in the puja room. It is a manual for life, clear, practical, transformative. It wasn't whispered in a forest to some old bearded monk. It was thundered on a battlefield to a young prince in turmoil, just like today's youth. Vyasa, with poetic panache and flamboyance, drags the wisdom of the Himalayas into our bustling living rooms, washing our anxious minds with the Krishna cure for the modern Arjuna disease. We proudly say, I am a Hindu, I am a Bharatiya. But what is the use of such pride without knowing even one verse from the Gita? If you call yourself a Bharatiya, a son or daughter of this sacred land, then you must know at least 5 verses of the Bhagavad Gita. Not for the world's applause, not to impress your uncle living in Madras, but because this is your culture, your birthright, your identity. Swamiji, I don't understand the Gita. Of course not. You've never gone near it. What we are unfamiliar with, we avoid. There are 5 verses that can shake us away, that reveal the core and the entire theme of the Gita. If you understand these, the whole message of the Gita opens up. Now, let us chant the 5 verses. These should be carved in the heart of every son and daughter of Bharat, to be chanted, understood, lived and spread.
उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानं नात्मानमवसादयेत् आत्मैव ह्यात्मनो बन्धुः आत्मैव रिपुरात्मनः.
കൃഷ്ണൻ പറയുന്നു, ഉദ്ധരേതാത്മനാത്മാനം, നിന്നെ നീ തന്നെ സ്വയം ഉയർത്തണം. ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഉത്തമ മൂല്യങ്ങൾ പുലർത്തി ആത്മീയമായി ഒരൽപ്പം ഉയർന്നാൽ നാത്മാനമവസാദയേത്, വീണ്ടും പഴയ നികൃഷ്ടതലത്തിലേക്ക് അധപതിക്കരുത്. നീ ഒരു കുത്തനെയുള്ള മല കയറുന്നതായി സങ്കൽപ്പിക്കൂ. തുടക്കത്തിൽ അടിവാരത്ത് വച്ച് ഒന്ന് വീണാൽ ഒന്നും കാര്യമായി പറ്റില്ല. പക്ഷേ വീഴ്ച 50 അടി മുകളിൽ നിന്നായാൽ ഒരു വഴുതൽ മതി താഴെ അഗാധഗർത്തത്തിൽ. 22 എലുകൾ പൊട്ടി. അതുകൊണ്ട് പുലർത്തുക നിതാന്ത ജാഗ്രത. കയറിക്കൊണ്ടേയിരിക്കുക, പക്ഷേ വീഴരുത്. നിന്നെ നീ തന്നെ താഴ്ത്തിക്കാണരുത്. ഞാൻ ഒന്നിനും കൊള്ളാത്തവൻ എന്ന് ഒരിക്കലും പറയരുത്. നിന്നെ നീ തന്നെ നിരാശയുടെ ചതുപ്പിലേക്ക് ചവിട്ടി താഴ്ത്തരുത്. എന്തുകൊണ്ട്? കാരണം നിന്നിലുണ്ട് സ്വയം ഉയരാനുള്ള അപാരശക്തി. മനസ്സിനെ മെരുക്കിയാൽ അതു മിത്രം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ശത്രു. അതുകൊണ്ട് ആത്മൈവ ഹ്യാത്മനോ ബന്ധു. നിന്റെ വ്യക്തിത്വത്തിന്റെ ആന്തരിക സത്തയായ പരമ്പൊരുളിലേക്കുള്ള ഈ ആധ്യാത്മിക തീർത്ഥയാത്രയിൽ നീ തന്നെയാണ് നിന്റെ മിത്രം, ബന്ധുവും, ഉറ്റവനും, ഉടയവനും, ഉഭയകാംക്ഷിയും, സുഹൃത്തും എല്ലാം ഒരാൾ തന്നെ. ആരാണത്? നീ തന്നെ. ഈ യജ്ഞത്തിൽ നിന്റെ ഗുരുവിന് പോലും നിന്നെ സഹായിക്കാനാവില്ല. ആർക്കും തന്നെ പറ്റില്ല. ഇത് തീർത്തും തനിച്ചുള്ള ഒരു യാത്രയാണ്. ഏകതയേക്കുള്ള യാത്ര, ഏകനായുള്ള യാത്ര. ഇതൊരു ആത്മീയ യാത്രയാണ്. തന്നിൽ കുടികൊള്ളുന്ന പരമാത്മാവിന്റെ അനാവരണ പ്രക്രിയയാണിത്. നിന്റെ മനസ്സും ഇന്ദ്രിയങ്ങളും നിയന്ത്രണാധീനമാകുമ്പോൾ നീ തന്നെ നിന്റെ ഏറ്റവും ഉറ്റ സുഹൃത്ത്. മനസ്സും ബുദ്ധിയും ഏകതാനതയോടുകൂടി താളാത്മകമായി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുമ്പോൾ, അതായത് മനസ്സ് ബുദ്ധിയാൽ നിയന്ത്രിക്കപ്പെടുമ്പോൾ, സ്വയം നിയന്ത്രണാധീനനാകുമ്പോൾ, മനസ്സ് പൂർണ്ണമായും ബുദ്ധിക്ക് കീഴടങ്ങി ബുദ്ധിയുടെ ആജ്ഞാനുവർത്തിയായി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുമ്പോൾ, വേറൊരു വിധത്തിൽ പറഞ്ഞാൽ മനോബുദ്ധികൾ സമഞ്ജസമായി സമ്മേളിക്കുമ്പോൾ, അത്തരത്തിലുള്ള ഒരു വ്യക്തിത്വത്തിന് ഉടമയാകുമ്പോൾ നിന്റെ മനസ്സ് ആയിത്തീരും നിന്റെ ഉത്തമനായ സുഹൃത്ത്. ഈ യാത്രയിൽ, ഈ പാതയിൽ ഗുരുക്കന്മാർ, പുസ്തകങ്ങൾ, ക്ഷേത്രങ്ങൾ ഇവയെല്ലാം സഹായകമായേക്കാം. എന്നാൽ യാത്രായജ്ഞം നിന്റേതു മാത്രമാണ്. നീ സ്വയം അത് നിർവഹിക്കണം. ഉയരാൻ അന്തരാത്മാവിലേക്ക്, ഉൾസത്യത്തിലേക്ക്. ആത്മൈവ രിപുരാത്മന. നിന്റെ യഥാർത്ഥ ശത്രുവും നീ തന്നെ. വിചിത്രം, എനിക്കെങ്ങനെ എന്റെ ശത്രുവാകാൻ പറ്റും? ചോദ്യം വന്നേക്കാം. പുരോഗതിയിൽ നിന്നും നിന്നെ പിന്നിലേക്ക് വലിക്കുന്നത് പുറം ലോകമല്ല, മറ്റാരുമല്ല, നിന്റെ തന്നെ ദുശ്ശീലങ്ങളാണ്. ഉദാഹരണത്തിന്, വെളുപ്പിനെ എഴുന്നേൽക്കാൻ പ്ലാനിടുന്നു. എന്നാൽ പുലരുമ്പോൾ ആരാണ് പുതപ്പ് തലക്കുമേൽ വലിച്ചിടുന്നത്? ശാന്തത പാലിക്കാൻ മനസ്സുറപ്പിക്കുന്നു. പക്ഷേ 5 മിനിറ്റ് കഴിഞ്ഞ് നീ അലറുന്നു. ഇതാണ് സത്യമെങ്കിൽ ആരാണ്, എവിടെയാണ് പ്രശ്നം? മറ്റൊരിടത്തും തിരയേണ്ടതില്ല. നിന്റെ തന്നെ അശിക്ഷിത, അനിയന്ത്രിത മനസ്സ്. ഇവിടെയാണ് ഭഗവാൻ ശ്രീകൃഷ്ണന്റെ ശ്രദ്ധേയമായ മുന്നറിയിപ്പ്. അനിയന്ത്രിത മനസ്സ് നമ്മെ താഴേക്ക് തള്ളിയിടും. എന്നാൽ മെരുങ്ങിയ മനസ്സോ നിന്റെ ഉത്തമ സുഹൃത്താകുമത്. മനസ്സിന്റെ പരക്കം പാച്ചിൽ സുഖഭോഗങ്ങളിലേക്ക്, അവിടെ നിന്നും ദുഃഖ പരമ്പരയിലേക്ക്, വീണ്ടും ആകാശകോട്ടകളിലേക്ക് ഒടുങ്ങാത്ത പാച്ചിൽ. എന്നാൽ മെരുങ്ങി ഇണങ്ങി ശാന്തമായ മനസ്സ്, അനുസരണയുള്ള മനസ്സ്, അതാണ് യഥാർത്ഥ ശാന്തിയുടെ കേദാരം, ഉറവിടം. നിങ്ങൾ പറഞ്ഞേക്കാം, സ്വാമിജി, അത്തരമൊരു നിമിഷം, ഒരു 5 സെക്കൻഡ് മാത്രം ഒരു മിന്നൽ പോലെ എനിക്ക് അനുഭവപ്പെട്ടു. നന്നായി. പിടിവിടരുത്, അത് നിലനിർത്തുക, അതിന്മേൽ പിടിമുറുക്കുക. ചിലർ എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് വന്നു പറയും, സ്വാമിജി എന്നെ അനുഗ്രഹിക്കണം, സ്വാമിജിയുടെ സ്പർശത്താൽ എനിക്ക് ജ്ഞാനം ലഭിക്കും. ഗുരുവിന് മാർഗദർശനം നൽകാൻ മാത്രമേ സാധിക്കൂ. മുന്നറിയിപ്പുകളും തരാം, ഒരു പരിധിവരെ കൂടെ നടക്കാനും സാധിച്ചേക്കാം. എന്നാൽ യഥാർത്ഥ പ്രയത്നം സ്വയം നിർവഹിച്ചേ പറ്റൂ. കേവലം സ്പർശം കൊണ്ട് പൊടുന്നനെ ഒരു അത്ഭുതാനുഗ്രഹം ഒരിക്കലും പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കേണ്ട. സ്വപ്രയത്നത്താൽ, തീവ്ര പരിശീലനത്താൽ തന്നെ സ്വയം ഉയരുക. അതാണ് ശ്രീകൃഷ്ണ സന്ദേശം. ഉദ്ധരേതാത്മനാത്മാനം, ഉയരുക സ്വപ്രയത്നത്താൽ തന്നെ. കാരണം ഗുരുവിന്റെ തോളത്തു തൂങ്ങിക്കിടന്നാൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ നിലയുറക്കില്ല. ഗുരു വേർപെട്ടാൽ എന്തു സംഭവിക്കും? നിങ്ങൾ വീഴും. അതുകൊണ്ട് താങ്ങില്ലാതെ തനിയെ നടക്കുക. വേണ്ടിടത്തുമൊക്കെ അവരുടെ സഹായം തേടാം. എന്നാൽ ഉയർച്ചയിലേക്കുള്ള പടവുകൾ സ്വയം കയറുക തന്നെ വേണം. ഈ ശ്ലോകാർത്ഥം കൂടുതൽ മനനത്തിനും വിചിന്തനത്തിനും വിധേയമാക്കുക. അതിനനുസൃതമായി ജീവിക്കുക. ആലസ്യത്തിന് അടിമയാകുമ്പോൾ, സംശയഗർത്തങ്ങളിൽ വീഴുമ്പോൾ ഈ ശ്ലോകാർത്ഥസാരം ഓർമ്മിക്കുക. അപ്പോൾ അനുഭവപ്പെടും, ഭഗവാൻ ശ്രീകൃഷ്ണൻ നമ്മുടെ തോളിൽ തട്ടി ഉണർത്തുന്നത് പോലെ. സ്വാമിജി, എനിക്ക് സ്വയം ഉയരണമെന്നുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ എന്തു ചെയ്യണം? എങ്ങനെ തുടങ്ങണം? ഇതാ ഭഗവാന്റെ ഗീതാ സന്ദേശം.
Isn't it
we have
wonderful to listen to Gurudev in Malayalam? Isn't it wonderful? And Gurudev will be speaking in most of the languages of our country very shortly, and will be available for those who do not speak English and would still like to listen to Puj Gurudev in his own imitable style, in his own voice, with his own strength and enthusiasm in practically most of the languages of our country and eventually of the world. So, there's no excuse for not bringing Gurudev to our villages, to our towns, to every part of our country. Hari Om.
There are many among us, especially the younger generation,
What happened?
who did not have the blessed opportunity to personally experience the inspiring and powerful discourses of Pujya Gurudev. As a humble effort to bring a glimpse of that experience to those who could not witness it directly, we had presented an AI-generated video recreating the spirit of his teachings. While technology can only attempt to reflect his powerful presence, here we have our beloved Swamiji following his footsteps and with us to enlighten us on the Gita Panchamrit. The second day of the discourse, we'll have the remaining 3 shlokas of Gita Panchamrit.
Darshan. There was a number of times I had an opportunity to be with our Puja Gurudev, and especially the last few years when his health was deteriorating, but not his enthusiasm, his energy, his spirit. Doctors had told him not that he should be speaking, but who can stop Swami Chinmayananda from speaking? Finally, they said he should speak only 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, how much could he communicate? And even then, he was going to new places like Chandigarh, where there was predominantly a Sikh population. And even there, for 2 hours, he would be speaking. Till I remember approaching him and telling him that Gurudev, doctors have said you shouldn't be speaking so much. So he said, then you go and speak. So many times he used to tell me to go and speak. And there I had a chance to speak on the Guru Granth Sahib. He had never heard me speak, but I've always had the faith that whatever I speak, we are just instruments, and it is He who has it done. I remember that I had given a 1.5 hour discourse on the Mool Mantra Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Purukh. Never done it before in the presence of Gurudev. But as he walked into that hall of all Sikhs sitting there, I wasn't surprised that he came, sat there, and summarized everything that I had said in 10 minutes. And you must have noticed everything that I said yesterday, Puja Gurudev in Malayalam said it for all of you. So it has already been a recap of what we said yesterday for those who have come only today. So lift yourself by yourself. Do not underestimate yourself. Don't look down upon yourself. Don't lower yourself. Your mind is your best friend. Your mind is your deadliest enemy. Change the mind and the world changes for you. How can you change the mind? At this moment, our mind is a slave to our own past results of actions, our own past habits to think in a particular manner, which in Vedanta we say vasanas, torn between our old likes and dislikes, disturbed and agitated in different situations of our life. And if we have to lift ourselves, Shri Krishna says, Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. He gives us the secret of success without stress. He gives us the means to be free from our own past reactions of actions, karma bandhan, for which we have to take lifetimes after lifetimes, go through the joys and sorrows. How do we lift ourselves from this slavery to our own mind, slavery to our own past? And Krishna says, put your mind to the actions in the present. Karmani eva adhikarate. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry. He didn't say that don't plan for the future, don't work for the future. Do not limit yourself and your actions only to get one small fixed results. Let your actions be to express your potential. Let your actions be for your own growth. Results will come to you, guaranteed. And whatever result comes is for the best, is the best for you. And when you accept it, you can make the best of it. Therefore, if in the first verse, Bhagavan said, lift yourself by yourself. Do not lower yourself. Do not underestimate yourself. Your mind is your best friend. Your mind is your deadliest enemy. 4 things that Bhagavan has said. In the next verse also, Bhagavan says 4 things. Do your duties, do your actions to the best of your capacity. Do not worry, do not be stressed, do not be anxious about the results. Do not just limit your actions for some small result. Actions are for your growth. When actions are done with the right attitude, even your spiritual growth takes place. And when you act like this, doing your duties, but without worries about the result and accepting the results, then the greatest gain is you are no longer affected by your own past. You are no longer affected or prejudiced with your likes and dislikes. You are no longer pressured by your own desires. In fact, you are free from karma bandhan. But Bhagwan Krishna says, never be idle. Because an idle mind, as you hear in English, is a devil's workshop. Yeah? Keep yourself busy with your duties. But you might say, duty, duty, no beauty. And how can you do your actions with such enthusiasm if you're not worried about the results? So in this third verse that we have selected from the Bhagavad Gita, which we call the Gita Panchamrit, that today everybody must learn and pass on as Gurudev has said. So we'll chant the third verse and then see the beauty of how easily we can live our life as Sri Krishna pointed out through karma yoga, which means action which normally binds us to the results, to the consequences, through the sufferings. That action itself leads us to yoga, union with our divine self, union with moksha or liberation. But if we say, how is it? It's not easy. Here Krishna gives us the magic shloka as to how we can act in the spirit of doing our actions with dedication, not worried about the results, gaining freedom rather than bondage, freeing our mind to be happy, free our mind to act rather than suffer through reaction. And now Bhagwan says in this third verse of Gita Panchamrit,
यत्करोषि यदश्नासि यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत्
यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत्
यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय
यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय
तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम्
तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम्.
when Bhagwan emphasizes that you should do your duty, not only work for some pleasures, end results, fruits of action, not only for that. First of all, we have to understand what is duty. Today, as Indians, we only understand duty as for me and my immediate family, not even parents. My children, my children's education, and hope that the children would later on, even though when you are young and they are little, you don't feel like this, but later on, they will be there for you. Traveling around the world, going to different places, and today in our land of Bharat itself, Whenever people ask me, what is it where all cultures, ancient cultures, traditions in the world have been wiped out? How come the Bharatiya culture, Sanatan Dharma, is still a living culture? Made me think. And that is that even today, we respect our elders, we cherish our elders, we learn growing up to obey our elders. And as you know, all of you complaining that nowadays children don't do that. The sad part is that today the elderly people who in their life worked day in and out, at that moment only for the well-being of their children, but without knowing the essence of what duty is. Love to send their children abroad for better prospects. But today the condition is some might send some money. Most don't even do that. You are lucky if at least your children on at least free WhatsApp and FaceTime call you and show your grandchildren. How many elderly people I met, and I come to know that they don't know the Bhagavad Gita when they ask me this question and say that the Gita says do your duty and do only your duty. I immediately know they don't know the Bhagavad Gita. Duty is not a matter of choice. It is our gratitude given, whether you do your duty towards your spouse, you do your duty towards the children do towards the parents. Our duty is we have received something already. And it is our duty to share back what we have received. When we were children and helpless, day in and night our parents sacrificed for us. But when they start needing you, you say that you have no duty towards them. It was sad that many places I travel, especially Indian families, were brought up at least using the word duty. Telling me that we did our duties. Today our condition is, we even brought up our children, spent so much money on their education, sent them abroad, handed over our business to them, even willed while we were living, our property, etc. Today the thing is that our children do not even come and visit us on Diwali or Christmas or Eid, on festivities. Then what is the use of doing duties? What does the Gita tell us to do? First of all, I said, Gita doesn't tell you to do your duty, because duty is not a matter of choice. If you have received something, you have a duty to give back. Yeah? But Gita tells you how to do your duty. Because in duty also, you can get frustrated. You can lose enthusiasm. Doing your duty, you will again get attached. And getting attached, you will start demanding even from your own children. And the moment you ask, you are a slave. In giving, you are a master. Therefore, how do we free our mind? How do we make our mind our best friend? We say duty, duty, no beauty. But as young parents, when you do whatever you do, sacrificing so much for your children, at that time, do you feel it is a burden? Do you even feel that, oh, they are post-dated checks for me? Because that time you do it out of your love. Where there is love in duty, you can endlessly give, and you have got endless energy and capacity to give. And that too also with joy and enthusiasm, not even asking for a thank you. Have you sometimes helped someone cross the street? At the end of it, if that person, even if you were in the scouts, gave you some money, you would say, no, 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 no. Said thank you, no, 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 it's my duty. So duty does not demand anything. It's a responsibility that we take out of our gratitude. So when that attitude of gratitude is there, when there is recognition of what we have received, and we Indians have to grow out now from just me and my immediate family. How much even in your education, your parents put the money, how much effort did your teachers put in? Especially on you with their limited salaries. How many taxpayers and donors built your school and your universities? Nothing that we are today is only our doing. It is the whole universe that provides from us, from God to creation, nature, and in nature also an earthworm. Without you knowing, aerates the soil. We should be grateful to the snakes, and therefore in our land of Bharat, worship is gratitude, not some elaborate ritual. We don't just say Matru Devo Bhava and then disobey our mothers. It is not that we should just pray to the snakes so that Nagadosh, Sarpadosh should be gone. But know how important the snake is also in the ecology of our agricultural society. In France, I'm told it was France, I'm not very sure. But in France, to bring about more produce, they found that late in the evenings, people could not work in the farms. There was always this danger of snakes. So they decided to eliminate all snakes so that there will be more productivity. That year, they had no grains. Why? Because the mice, the rats, the rodents had eaten it all. And then they realized, like our Indians had realized thousands of years ago, that we have a duty towards every creature. We are indebted to this not only human society, but to the trees that we cut and use as toilet paper. And even those who don't. How precious is water in cleaning us? Is it not our duty to keep that water and sources of water clean? Ecology was not a subject in a university to lecture others. As long as we lived in the spirit of gratitude, recognizing that God is not one, my God sitting somewhere up there, ready to punish anybody who is not a believer in my God, but the grace, the blessings, the giving of that one eternal lover of the universe, residing in the hearts of everyone as the consciousness giving life to everybody, whether it is the crawling creatures, whether it is the stationary trees, whether it is the pollinating bees and butterflies, the crawling caterpillar, the earthworm, God is giving us through so many different ways. Don't we have a duty towards nature? We get so much in abundance from God, from the universe, from all the creatures, and even our human society. If we only acknowledge it, we'll realize how much more we have, and na atmanam avasadayet. And when we are ready to express our gratitude through with the sense of duty, then uddhared atmanatmanam takes place. And you free yourself from your own limitations, your own incapabilities, your own grievances, your own small thinking, your own repetitive habits, your own dull moods. And you begin to recognize your greater potential. And such a person begins to recognize divinity everywhere. God's grace coming through everything, every being. And such a person then expresses his or gratitude, whether at the puja altar or in the yajna, out of the abundance that one has received, offers in gratitude a little at the feet of the Lord, and the remaining becomes prasad for everybody. And with that prasad, not only brings joy and happiness to the many, but also feels that peace and that prasannata which is called as prasad. This is just demonstrated in our rituals so that we can experience it. And therefore, in this next verse, Krishna said, Yat karoshi, whatever you do, even walk, even scratch your own back. Yat karoshi, yad ashnasi, whatever you eat, not only through your mouth, but through all your five senses, through your eyes, forms, through your ears, sound, through your tongue, taste, food or tasty food, through your skin, feelings, touches, yeah? Through your nose, scents and fragrances. Whatever you consume, whatever you do, whatever you consume, yat karoshi, yadashnasi, yat juhoshi. Whatever you do as sacrifices, whatever you do as worship. You say, all of us, we worship, we worship. But we worship for what? Yat juhoshi. And it is not only worship. What you contribute to your institution, what you contribute to your family, what you contribute to your nation, what you contribute to the world. Yat juhoshi. Dadasiyat. Whatever you share, whether it's your wealth, whether it is your knowledge, whether it's your time, if nothing else, at least your smile. Even that people become so conjuice. I will not smile until unless he or she smiles. What do we lose? It only makes us more beautiful. No? But even that we will not go. She didn't smile at me. Why should I smile? Are give? You have a beautiful smile, give. If you've got wealth, share. If you've got knowledge or talent, give. If you're taking from your institution, give your best. Yat juhoshi, dadasi yat. Whatever you give, whatever you share, whatever you give in charity also. Yat tapasyasi. The word tapa is the opposite of pata. Tapa, pata. Tapa is not some torturing of your body. But whatever you do to uplift yourself, your mind, your knowledge, for that you have to do austerities. Running a family is also austerity. In fact, marriage is the biggest austerity. You agree or not? No. It's not just fasting. Many a time, when you are dedicated to your work, then you don't even eat food at that time. Look at how many young men and women, even now, are dying at the border, sacrificing their life to preserve our life. जब देश में थी दिवाली, वो खेल रहे थे अपने खून से होली. जब हम बैठे थे घरों में, वो झेल रहे से गोली. So yat tapasyasi. Whatever you do as austerity, Bhagavan says, Kurushva mad arpanam. Do that action dedicating. Dedicating, when you give to Bhagavan, what does Bhagavan? Everything is given by Bhagavan. We say also, Tera tujhko arpan, kya lage mera. What we have to give is that ego, that I produce this on my own. That this is mine alone. The moment you acknowledge that everything has come from Bhagavan, then Tera tujhko arpan, kya lage mera. Bhagavan gives unconditionally. But when you share it with other, parasparam bhavayanta, shreyam paramavapsyata. the secret of prosperity in society, in your life, in your company, your institution, even in your family, and even in the nation, is possible when each one, what we have in abundance, we share a part of it with someone, part of it with our, whatever we can do, whatever talent we have, whatever wealth we have, not only money. When we share it with everyone, just as we are taking water, if only we can keep our water and air clean. It costs only 100 rupees to put a filter to protect heavy metals to get out from your car, which pollutes the air which you and your children are breathing, for which, to improve your health, you will be spending today lakhs of rupees. But we cannot take that much responsibility to reduce the carbon footprint, to reduce waste, to clean up our cities. Look at how messy they are. If the municipality doesn't do its job, and each one of you don't do by not throwing things indiscriminately, how will this country be clean? The richest country with the highest GDP is the messiest and the dirtiest country in the world, where it was said cleanliness is next to godliness. And the British on BBC have admitted that when they came to India, did you know that the Indians taught them how to even have a bath and keep themselves clean every day? This is not an exaggeration. It is there in a BBC documentary. Isn't it our duty to keep our environment clean? Is it not our duty to just give a little bit of our attention, a little bit of our care, a little bit of our love to God's own country? After the Second World War, when UN was being created, they sent out letters to all the stalwarts of the world to write what are human rights. Winston Churchill, all these great people of that time. Because every human right was abused during the Second World War. Do you know what Gandhiji replied? In India, we do not talk about rights. We talk about duties. Yeah, but then what about my right? If you only teach people their rights, you will see how you have constant strikes, andolans, and restlessness. But isn't our rights important? He writes that if we only teach people to demand their rights, there will be only wars, conflicts, etc. At that time, nobody's rights will be respected. But if you teach people their duties, teach a man his duty, every woman will get her rights. Teach a woman her duties, every man will get his rights. Teach the people who vote their duties and not to vote because they get some freebies. Every politician will get his right. Teach the politicians their duties. Every citizen will get their rights. Otherwise, we can keep demanding rights, but if there's no one to do their duty. Teach the children their duties, the teachers will get their rights. Teach the teachers their duties, the children will get their rights. Huh? You say, but nobody gives me as much as I work. अरे बहुत दिया देने वाले ने तुझको. What have we not been given? The most precious is this body itself. One muscle goes. Can you see how much we have to struggle? One part of your bone gets affected. See how much you have to struggle. Huh? But when we have a healthy body, we take it for granted. What has God given me? What has society given me? What my parents have given me? What is this country giving to me? Mahabharata says what J.F. Kennedy echoed. Don't ask what your country gives to you. Ask what you got to give to the country. It has given us a safe place. It has provided us with abundance. What are we ready to give back so the following generations along with us will continue to benefit? So when these elderly people come up to me and say, we did our duties, and what is it that our children are doing? Why even do your duty? I said, it's too late to ask, you did it. However, sadly, I have to tell those elderly people, you have not done your duty. They said, we gave them the best education, we gave them all our wealth. I said, was it not your duty also to teach your children the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the values of life, that they will be made into positive contributors to society? All you taught them, and even now, unfortunately, look at all the posters of university in all our towns. It's all about placement, going abroad. You taught, you sent your children to study, to make money. You only spoke about and fought with your own relatives for money. So, you also gave them plenty with money. You should be just proud of yourself that today for money, they have no time for their own parents. Huh? What is our duty? Not just to tell your children, do your duty towards me. One thing that we got from our parents is, which I'm so grateful, and how happy those parents are. When we were growing up, they never expected anything from us. They said, we have given you, live your life as you wanted. We have given you the best of values. But even those relatives or elders who would mistreat sometimes our mother or criticize our father, they used to teach us, that's between us. You children must respect your elders. In such families, children are even now looking after their parents because their parents taught them their duty towards their elders. Demonstrated how not to keep grievances. So when I'm talking about duty, when Krishna said, Yat karoshi, yadashnasi, yad juhoshi, dadasi yat tapasyasi, Kaunteya. Take example from all our mothers, even modern mothers. Yeah. They do everything out of love for us. Do it for God's sake. Do it for totality. Do it from the people like your own parents you have received from, not only your parents. Tat kurushva madarpanam. And when you are grateful, you recognize the love of God, love of Bhagwan, love of Ishvara towards you. You are grateful. And in that gratitude, you know how much abundance you have. And the joy, the security that you have. But if I do everything for God's sake is what? I do everything for God's sake. What about me? What about my earnings? What about my family? Now the fourth verse. And keep that in your heart. It's one of the most popular verses, especially in those who propagate the devotional path. Yeah. This fourth verse we will chant, and if you keep contemplating, you keep seeing the truth in your life of this statement, there is never in your life you have to worry about anything. Least of all for what you need in your life. And Bhagwan says,
अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो माम्
अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो माम्
ये जनाः पर्युपासते
ये जनां पर्युपासते
तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां
तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां
योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्
योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्.
as I said yesterday, you could do a little better. No? So let's lift our voices.
अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो माम्
अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो माम्
ये जनाः पर्युपासते
ये जनां पर्युपासते
तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां
तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां
योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्
योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्.
Today in the education field amongst the children and the youngsters, the amount of depression, addictions that are going on. And all the parents say that I send them to the best of universities. I send them abroad. Isn't it our duty also to enrich them with these precious wisdoms of life so that they remain stress-free? Bhagwan says, Ananyas chintayanto mam. Ye jana paryupasate. Ye jana, whosoever. This pronoun is there only in Sanskrit language. He didn't say Hindu, Muslim, Christian, any caste, creed, gender. Whosoever. Ye jana paryupasate. At all places, at all times. Ananyas chintayanto mam. constantly, everywhere, at all times, in all places, thinking of me unbroken. Ananya, where there is no other. For no other. With no other in mind. You will say, Hare, then what am I going to do? And how can I continuously do all my actions remembering the Lord? And Arpanam of Bhagwan, as in the last verse it is said, it is only our remembrance and gratitude. And in that, giving up our sense of I and minus, our selfishness, this is what we have to surrender. Because of which we are worrying, we are anxious, we are suffering, we have got battles and conflict with others. Bhagavan says, Ananyas chintayanto mam. And this word Ananya is very beautiful. Anya, other. Ananya, where there is no other. Means with no other in mind. Just that one supreme reality, consciousness that is shining in Krishna brilliantly, that is manifesting in our Guru with such giving of abundance, that which is shining in our parents as love, and which comes unseen from so many forces of nature and people, and therefore that Lord who resides in everyone's heart. How beautiful Gurudev has given us our mission pledge. We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies, first within and without. We believe that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is devotion to the Supreme Self. Such a person like Hanuman, such a person like Swami Chinmayananda, who has considered himself to be the sevak of the Lord. For the first time in Kishkinda, he asked, who are you? He didn't recognize Bhagwan. And he himself went disguised with a mask, with pretendence, as a Bhattu Brahmin Brahmachari. And when he was hiding himself, he was covering himself with so much mass, not having that full trust and faith, doubting. Bhagwan also said, I am Dashrath Putra Ramchandraji. But Hanumanji started feeling what his Guru had told him. That when you meet your master, now go and serve my son Sugriv. But when you will meet your master, in your heart you will know. You will feel that inspiration, you will feel that enthusiasm. Tears will roll down your eyes, your body will be in horripilation. You will feel all charged up. Know that your master has come. He recognized Ramchandraji and said, are you that Lord of the universe who has manifested? Bhagwan said, no, I'm not the cause of the universe, I'm the effect. But who did not know who was Dashrath Putra Ramchandraji? His Guru had already told him, Surya Devta had told him. At that moment, when devotion comes into the heart, Hanumanji's disguise fell off. Not as the highest class of human beings, but as not even a nar, a vanar. When he stood in his ape form, saying that Bhagwan, I as a jiva in this Maya may have forgotten you. But Did you not recognize your sevak, who day and night has been waiting to serve you, has the will to serve you? Uddaret atmanatmanam. Did you not recognize your servant? You are all knowing. I am ignorant. And immediately Bhagwan picked him up and embraced him and said, So ananya jaake asi matina tarai hanumant मैं सेवक सचराचर रूप swami bhagavant. He says that devotee is my ananya bhakta, from whom I am never separate. As the Atma, I am in everybody. But I cannot say separate from that who knows that I am the sevak. I am here only to serve. And my Lord is not some God sitting up there, but this entire universe is the Virat Roop of my Bhagwan. Yeah? And therefore the service of the people is the service of the Lord. How can such a person not be ananyas chintayantoma? Ever in his service, you remain ever at his feet, and always in his grace. One who serves deserves. Look at the life of all great people, what they have left for humanity. Whether in the field of national building, whether in industries, and so much in the spiritual world, the great saints and sages. And even our own Gurudev, whose every breath was the service of everybody. And giving us everything, the highest knowledge, that at that moment gives us liberation. Took nothing from us as Guru Dakshina. Because even as Guru Dakshina, we think that giving 10-20 rupees is Guru Dakshina. That much is our gratitude. Or 100 rupees, or 1,000 rupees. He wanted nothing for himself. He demanded nothing. All he said was, go spread this knowledge. At least spread this Gita Panchamrit, as he said. Live your life with dharma and spread this dharma to the world around you. And one who does that, ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam. Such a person is constantly, because mind and senses do not get distracted of that person. For all that time, he does thinking that if I have to offer to my Lord, what should I do? If I have to eat and consume, what should I see and I should speak? Whatever I do my worship, it is not only to get something out of the Lord by breaking one coconut or throwing some coins and demanding millions, but only to express my gratitude, to only express my love as a reflection of your love, to only serve your people, which you yourself did. This is called as Ananyas Chintayantoma. This is called as Ananya Bhakti. And Bhagwan says, everybody's needs, even the birds who don't have a nest to rest on. Bhagwan provides. For every plant who can't move, Bhagwan provides. For any creature, Bhagwan provides. So think about it, that one who serves the Lord, one who constantly remembers the Lord, their yoga and their kshema, vaham yaham. Bhagwan says that I carry and bring for them what they need in their life, whether it is material or yoga, their spiritual growth. Bhagwan brings for them yoga and preserves for them kshema, vaham yaham, I bring. There was one commentator on the Mahabharata in the 12th century, and when he had come to this verse, he thought that maybe Ved Vyasa did not know poetry so well, so he cut that word vaham yaham. Why will Bhagwan bring it to you? Why will Bhagwan bring it to you? Bhagwan dadam yaham. Bhagwan blesses you with yoga and kshema, with wealth, both material and spiritual, as much as you need in your life. You may have billions, but what are you going to do? You're going to eat those 5 meals a day. What else? What you need in your life, if you have, you're the richest of you're the richest. That by which you can do your duties, you are richer than the richest. Bhagwan says, yoga and kshemam vahamyam. He said, why will Bhagwan is not our servant, though we treat Bhagwan as servant. Do this for me, do this for me, do that for me. Bhagwan says, dadamyaham. So he scratched his, and those days, with the red dye, with the feather, they used to make the pen. Next day after early morning bath, when he comes back, this is a real story. When he comes back, his wife is furious. You will say, when is my wife not furious? He had not even noticed his wife. To comment on the Mahabharata took him years. But that day she was furious, so she was not saying, but her temperament looked furious. Those days they never shouted at their husbands. Nor did the husbands ever shout at their wives. So out of concern, he said, what happened? You use this Maha Mantra and then everything explodes. She said, I didn't know I had married such a cruel person. He said, what did I do? He said that you injured a child. And that too also that child, you have been sitting on your commentary. Do you know who's bringing us food? That child who don't know from where brings food, water, everything for us. You have bruised that child. You have hit that child. You made that child bleed. He said, but I have never hurt any child. I have not seen any child. Who is this child and who brings the food? She said, you don't bring food to the house. Who's bringing the food to the house? So he waited for that child to come. And do you know what? The child had a whole scratch on his chest. And he asked, he said, who did this to you? He said, you did it. He said, when? Last night. And he remembered that last night he had scratched the very heart, the very love of Krishna, that he says, Vaham Yaham, I bring it to you. I can give countless examples from my own life. We sannyasis also work day in and out, but not for our income. We don't even know when our next food will come. We work for Lord's sakes. But the evidence I can give you here and now, we get better food in your house than even you get. Does not Bhagwan look after everybody? And will he not look after those who have dedicated their life in his seva? Vaham yaham. And I can give you countless examples. But you can also see from your own example. Vaham yaham. Yoga kshema. And besides giving us what we need, yoga, preserving what we have, shema, Bhagwan says in this last verse, which is considered to be the last word of the teachings of Sri Krishna, and when he says,
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य
मामेकं शरणं व्रज
मामेकं शरणं व्रज
अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः
अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यः
मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः
मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः.
Bhagwan says in this concluding teaching, there's still a little bit more in the Bhagavad Gita, but this is where he says the final words to Arjuna. Arjuna was grieving, like all of us, suffering. And Bhagwan said, those who have this knowledge do not suffer. And now Bhagwan says in the conclusion, Sarva dharman parityajya. Now unfortunately people without understanding, giving up all duties. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. You come to me, the one consciousness, the seer in everybody. Aham tva, this aham, this I in you. Sarva papebhyaha. From all your past vasanas, sins, even punyas for which you have taken different birth. Papa means that which gives you limitation and suffering, the very cause of your suffering. Moksha ishami, I shall free you from it. Masucha. There's nothing for you to worry and grieve about. Yeah? Now, all that Krishna has said is summarized in this word. All our duties are because of our body, our emotional relationships, yeah, and our intellectual commitments. Sarva dharman parityajya means not identifying with your body, mind and intellect, but only the sarva dharma, that is the Atma, the truth, the reality, which is infinite. All your sorrows will come to an end. With that Vedantic knowledge, to understand and to reach might be at this moment not for everybody. But when you say Sarva Dharman Parityajya, knowing that there is only one Bhagavad Dharma, Kayena Vacha Manasendriyeva Buddhyatmanava Prakrite Svabhava Yat Karoshi Yadashnasi Yat Juhoshi Dadasiyat. Whatever duties you do it for Bhagwan's sake. Do it out of gratitude. Do it to free yourself. Do it out of your gratitude and love for Bhagwan. That is Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Yeah? Hold on to me, the one, without a second. Yeah? And Bhagwan says, I shall free you from all your papa, the cause of your suffering. Ma Sucha. Don't grieve. Don't worry. Even life or death is not something to cry over. For I, the eternal Paramatma, resides in you, and I shall bring the knowledge to you. Ma Sucha. With this, the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita ends. And as Gurudev said, Krishna tells to Arjuna, I have given you the greatest knowledge, the greatest blessings. Now what you have understood, do what you live your life the way you think fit. See the freedom given to us. And all that Krishna says is, no one would have done greatest seva, service to me, than who takes this knowledge and shares it with devotees, seekers, dharmic people, spreads this knowledge. They have done the greatest seva to me. And just like the gopis of Vrindavan, they didn't have to go chasing Krishna. Krishna went chasing them. He came to their house begging for butter. He came and stole the vasanas and of the butter. Our Bhagwan will come to us to free us from all sorrow. Therefore, learn these 5 verses. Study these 5 verses. Not only this, you can study the whole Gita, but at least these 5 verses. Spread these 5 verses, and we would have expressed our gratitude. Dakshina is not a gift to the Guru. Dakshina is not a charity to the Guru. Dakshina is our offering of gratitude. And all that our Guru wants is that you be happy and spread happiness around you. Maximum happiness to maximum people for the maximum period of time. In the world where people give maximum sorrow to maximum people in minimum amount of time. So be happy, spread happiness. Study and live the Gita and encourage maximum people and the following generations to benefit from it. With that, in the 75th year of Chinmaya Mission, the great work that Puja Gurudev has done, whose results you see in our children and who are also going to perform for you right now. Please stay back. We are on time. Please stay back and see their performance. And we remain ever in gratitude. In October 25th, 23rd, 24th, 25th, at Bharat Mandapam in Delhi, we are having a Sammelan of all those who have been inspired by Puja Gurudev from around the world, whether directly or through us, his disciples, or through his work, his schools, colleges, medical centers, rural upliftment development programs, all will gather in the capital of the country. I invite all of you, please go onto the website, register now only, and come. Let us show the world what wonderful people have benefited from this knowledge. So welcome you for this great grand celebration. There will be many, many spiritual, cultural activities for you and your families. Just 3 days, October in Delhi. 23rd, 24th, 25th. And all information you will get from there. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadra Nipashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhaved Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
We have been honored to listen to our dear Swamiji for 2 days on the verses of the Gita Panchamrit. You may also follow his Instagram profile to see photos, short videos, stories, and updates from Puja Swamiji.
His Facebook page shares longer reflections, messages, and glimpses from camps and satsang.
You may check YouTube for recorded talks, discourses, story sessions, question answers, and special spiritual series either directly from his account or on the official Chinmaya channel.
Additionally, you may follow Chinmaya Mission's global social media platforms for updates on events, publications, and worldwide activities. Let us stay connected and let the journey of learning and inner growth continue.
After being spiritually enriched by Swamiji's profound discourse on Gita Panchamrit, we now move on to a proud moment of recognition and celebration. It's always a matter of pride for an institution to honor students who have demonstrated exceptional dedication and achievement. We are pleased to announce the presentation of the gold medals to the toppers of 12th standard examination, the students who have distinguished through hard work, perseverance, and commitment to excellence. Every year, Chinmaya Seva Trust Kerala distributes gold medals to the toppers in 12th standard examination in the name of Parama Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. The scheme of awarding gold medals was first introduced in 1995, and since then it is being given every year to such students of Chinmaya Vidyalayas in Kerala who score the highest marks in the 12th standard examinations of CBSE, ICSE, and state syllabus. In this year, 19 Chinmaya Vidyalaya students appeared CBSE board exams, 1 school ICSE exam, and 2 schools Kerala State board exams. We are privileged and very happy to announce that this year His Holiness Swami Swarupananda is here with us, distributing the medals to the toppers who are extremely lucky to be blessed by Swamiji. The toppers from Kannur, Kozhikode, and Palakkad will be receiving the honors today. Let me invite Ms. Vidubala, the Chinmaya Vidyalaya Pallavur, Palakkad, who has scored highest marks in CBSE Commerce stream with 495 on 500 with 99%. May I request Swamiji to distribute the awards to Ms. Vidubala, the Chinmaya Vidyalaya Pallavur student who has scored highest marks in CBSE Commerce stream. She is now doing her first year degree, BCom, in Sri Krishna College, CBE. The gold medal is given to Ms. Vidubala. Next we have Ms. Naina MP, the Chinmaya Vidyalaya Kozhikode student who has got the highest score in the state commerce stream with 92.75 percentage. And she is currently pursuing certified management accounting in III Academy at Calicut. Hearty congratulations to Naina. And we are very, very proud and very happy to announce Miss Sartiga S. Saga, the Chinmaya Vidyalaya Kannur student who has scored the highest marks in CBSE Humanities stream with 496 on 500 with 99 percentage. She is now doing her honors in economics and political science in the Lady Sri Ram College at Delhi University. We are very happy and proud to have her on the stage getting the gold medal from Swamiji. We are very happy that Swamiji has blessed them with the awards. Thank you, Swamiji. May we request Swamiji to occupy the seats among audience. അല്ല ഗുരുദക്ഷിണ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടല്ല സ്പോൺസേഴ്സ് ഗുരുദക്ഷിണ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടല്ല സ്പോൺസേഴ്സ് ഇപ്പൊ സാറിനെ വിളിക്കട്ടെ ഓക്കെ let me request all the sponsors of the program to come near the stage so that they can be appreciated and honored with a copy of Holy Bhagavad Gita. May I request Sri Mahesh Chandra Baliga, the Secretary of Chinmaya Mission and the convener of the program, to propose the vote of thanks before we move on to the much awaited cultural programs.
Hello. Hari Om. We have just witnessed 2 days of spiritual bliss after listening to Puja Swamiji rendering the Gita Panjamrit to all of us. We have no words to express our gratitude to Puja Swami Swarupanji for accepting our invitation and coming all the way to Kannur and enriching us with this 2 days discourse. I express my gratitude to all the audience who have been listening to Swamiji yesterday and today. On behalf of the Chinmaya Mission Kannur and the organizing committee, I express my gratitude to all the sponsors, co-sponsors, all the staff and non-teaching staff of all the institutions under the Chinmaya Education and Cultural Trust in Kannur, as well as the neighboring towns of Taliparamba, Payyanur, Kanjangad, Kasargod, and also the delegates who have come from Palakkad, Thrissur, Calicut, and other places for the conference that was held today, where the office bearers. I express my gratitude to all the hundreds of volunteers who have worked tirelessly for the last so many days. There are many people who have worked backstage without even showing their face. Our gratitude to each and every one of them, all the teachers, the students of all the institutions who have put so much of effort in making this show a grand one. I express my gratitude to the press and media for the wide coverage that they've been giving for this program since the last so many days. I express my thanks to the sound and light, the Nayanar Academy people who have provided us with this, and all other each and everyone. If I missed anybody, please apologize and kindly accept our gratitude to each and everyone who has made this function a grand success. Thank you and Hari Om.
Thank you, sir. We are deeply grateful to our sponsors whose contributions have helped in making this program a success. May we request Swamiji to present a copy of the Holy Gita to honor our sponsors. May we request our sponsors to come forward. Dr. Dilsha Nikhil, parent of Adi Lakshmi Nikhil of KG3. Mr. Salil Raj and Mrs. Vinla Rajgopalan, parent of Navtej Salil Raj of 7B2. Mr. Sujit Kumar and Mrs. Ramita, parents of Ane Sujit. Mr. Sunan Krishnoth and Mrs. Bindya Elena, parents of Sanvika Krishnoth. Mr. Shirish and Dr. Sonita Shirish, parents of Rihan K. Shirish. Mr. Nilesh and Mrs. Nitya Nilesh, parents of Niharya Nilesh. Dr. Padmanabha Shenoy and Dr. Deepa Shenoy, parents of Ria P. Shenoy. Mr. Rakesh Padmanabhan and Dr. Bhavya Rakesh, parents of Avani Rakesh. Mr. Samesh Padman and Mrs. Rakhi Ramachandran, parents of Dyupti Samesh. Mr. Bimal Kavangal, parent of Nia Lakshmi Bimal. Mr. Deepesh Damodran and Mrs. Vandana Deepesh, parents of Vedant Deepesh and Devika Deepesh. Mr. Dilip and Mrs. Rekha Adieri, parents of Kaira Dilip. Mr. Jayant K. and Mrs. Nabya, parents of Trishika Nath. Mr. Rajesh K.C., Mrs. Lasmi, parents of Naitik Rajesh. Mr. C.V. Rajesh. Srimati Geeta Mohandas. Shri Sajeevan. We also thank our sponsors who collected their mementos yesterday. Parents of Gautam Rajesh, Amika and Devik Nitin, Siddharth and Shreya Shenoy, Dhruv and Chirag Bhatt, Amog S. Gudmani, Shraddha Nambyar, Naira Nathan, Sahasra Suresh Babu, Vaiga Srihari, Gautam Jitesh, Anika Harishankar, and Niharika. Thank you, Somaji.
May we request all the managing committee and the executive members of Chinmaya Mission Kannur to come in front of the stage to offer Guru Dakshina to our beloved Swamiji. May we request all the managing committee and executive members of Chinmaya Mission Kannur So here we have so next so here next we have on stage the beautiful expression through art, music and performance reflecting our values and cultural heritage. Today we have the students of Chinmaya Vidyalaya Payanur with a dance on the Bhagavad Gita, one of the most sacred and timeless scriptures of India. The teachings of Gita remind us that life itself is a battlefield where we must rise above fear and hesitation and perform our duties with faith and determination. Here we have the students of Chinmaya Vidyalaya Payanur on stage.
Om
पार्थ